Welcome back to the No Fun channel. I'm Felix and got a few things. By the time this one posted, a lot of it's old news. I start off with apparently J.D. Vance killed the Pope. I mean, he didn't really, but it was just kind of suspicious that after he met, the Pope passed away. There's so many jokes. People talking about he was going to talk to the manager about him. So many jokes were going around. Which is not much on that. You know, Pope was old. He passed away. But apparently there was something else J.D. Vance had done. And it's like things went, oh yeah, he broke the trophy, the NCAA trophy. It's like, you shouldn't have touched it. This guy is just klutzy. I told my wife one time when he was running for vice president that wouldn't it be something, because there's a movie where the vice president it comes off as stupid, but it turns out he was behind this elaborate plan to get rid of the president. So what if J.D. Vance is doing that? So when something happens, he'll be like, I'm in charge now. But sadly, I don't think that's the case. I think he's just an idiot. But that aside, then there's the stuff with Shannon Sharp. He was getting accused of some stuff. What was weird is everything about the situation was weird, and no one really believed it just because of the stuff she was saying. Then all of a sudden, oh, but he assaulted me, and it's like, you went back like 100 times. Who keeps going back 100 times? And they were showing pictures of it, and at first I thought it was just me. I was like, because they're talking about she's in the OnlyFans, and I'm like, anybody can be an OnlyFans, and they showed pictures of it, and I'm just like, Shannon Sharp could have done better. And then other people started saying it. I was like, ha ha, so it's not just me. She was just like an average girl. I don't think people understand when it comes to women and showing their body, women can get a lot more attention than a guy showing his body. Woman takes off clothes or shows some skin. It doesn't matter if they're no bigger than a pencil, fit as can be, or bigger than a house. There's some guy out there willing to whip it out and just be like, yes, yes, yes. So, yeah, so, you know, I see a lot of things where guys talking about, man, if I was a woman, I'd be hoarding it up. If I was a woman, I would get my tubes tied. I would have got a hysterectomy or something just so I wouldn't have kids. And I'd be out there just having fun. I'd probably be online doing stuff, making money. But, yeah, it's just the nature of reality is that it's easier for women to take their clothes off and make money than it is for a guy. Whether it's fair or not is irrelevant, because in other areas, men succeed where women fail. So, you know, there's a trade-off for it. But yeah, but the whole thing with Shannon Sharp was just so weird. And because it started off like she was trying to blackmail him. Like, why would you try to That's kind of what happened to Kobe. People still say he's an assaulter, but the thing is, from what I understand, that girl took him to civil court before she filed charges. And so it's like, why would you immediately go for the money? Like, put him behind bars if he really assaulted you. I never understood that, these people who immediately go for the money instead of trying to put him behind. Because if you put him behind bars, then the civil suit actually is that much easier. So I don't think they realize that. But then, on the other hand, they were lying. So, and for people who say, oh, women, there are still people who think women wouldn't lie about that. Like, yes, they do. They do it all the time. And that's why there's more push to have those women get convicted for lying about it. It's like, those women should face jail time. And in some cases, they are now starting to prosecute those women, because whether or not the guy's found innocent, even with Shannon Sharp, even though all this is proven to be a lie, he's lost money already. And it's not like she's got the money to pay him back. So, you know, she needs to be prosecuted. But yeah, I think there should be consequences for this. Along the same line, like I said, that girl was mid. She was average looking. You know, she's not like a global 10. Some people were saying she was a 6. I don't know if I would go that high. Like I said, she was average. From the pictures I remember seeing of her, and I didn't go back and look for her, she was average. She was nothing special. She was showing her body, and that's why she's popular. If she wasn't showing her body, she'd be average. And that's when I was talking. Now, I'm not saying the girl's ugly, but it got me thinking about a TikTok I saw a long time ago, and I've talked about this before, where ugly's the new beauty standard. And it's mainly among a certain persuasion that that's the case. Uh, you have these average or flat out ugly people who have nice bodies who are now the beauty standard. It's like, you can do better. You know, you can do better. Get us a better one. There's so many better looking people. That persuasion, come on. Why are you promoting this person? But it goes to show, if Hollywood thinks they can make money off you, they're going to push it. So that's really what it comes down to. But yeah, but then also in celebrity news, it's like a rabbit hole of celebrity stuff I was going down. One of the things was the Conners went off the air after 7 years, and people were still saying the show went downhill after Roseanne left and the ratings sucked and all this stuff. It's like, first off, the ratings didn't suck. If they sucked, they would have got canceled a long time ago. And people try to say Sarah Gilbert was the bad person in that. It's like, Roseanne was a racist. That's why she got fired. At the time, ABC didn't want anything to do with that. I mean, now they probably won't care. But at the time, ABC like, oh, we got to get rid of her. And so Roseanne got herself fired. No one got her fired. She got herself fired. So let's cut that crap out. And I guess what's the name of the place? The Sun wasn't in. I can't even remember the Sun's name. What's funny is, I get thinking like, but that also got me thinking like, what do I consider a trash show and stuff like that? Because when I consider something trash, I'm also smart enough to realize it's trash to me, and I didn't like it, and so I don't watch it. But I also understand there are other people watching. Like one of the examples is Halo. To me, that show was horrible, and other people watched it. They liked it. Got its 2 seasons out of it. It's supposed to be. Rumor was it was going to Netflix for a 3rd season. Hopefully, Netflix says put the damn helmet back on. But yeah, to me, it wasn't a good show. But obviously, there were some people who watched it. But I also think it was like Velma, who people hate watched it. It was why it got a season 2. And that does happen. So, to me, a good show, if it lasts at least 3 seasons these years, in these climates, man, I can't talk. In this climate, if it lasts 3 seasons, it's a good show. They had a good run. If it lasts 5 seasons, they had a really good run. But if you get past 5 seasons, you're gold. You know, you're a standard now. You're the gold standard for what a show should be. But yeah, so when I hear people say this show should get canceled, didn't have the ratings and the rumors, there were even before it went off the air this year, there were people talking about, ratings are horrible. They're trying to bring back Roseanne. It's like, no, they're not. They're not bringing back Roseanne. Especially now, she's even gone downhill further. So it's like, it's just stop. It's over. Roseanne shot herself in the foot. If you're going to do these sort of things, you got to be willing to pay the price. And a lot of people don't understand. This is something that still irks me. So a lot of people will go, freedom of speech, freedom. Yeah, it's freedom of speech, not freedom of consequences. You're more than welcome to say what you want, but you also got to understand, I'm more than welcome not to associate with you for saying what you said. I don't have to associate with you because of freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is just that. The freedom to say what you want to say, but actually it's the freedom to say what you want to say within reason. And whether it's within reason or not, it's still not freedom of consequences. You still are going to have consequences for your actions, for your words. So you can say it, but you better be ready for the backlash. And she wasn't ready for the backlash, and that's what happened. But yeah, it was just like, the show was doing good. It did good, and it just ran its course. 7 years. That's a long time. I didn't realize it had been 7 years. It's been 7 years since all that happened. So I think they got 1 season with Roseanne when it came back, and then they changed it to the Conners, and it ran for 7 years as the Conners. So technically, I think it was on. Well, I don't know if it's 7 years as the Conners or 7 years altogether. Either way, 7 years is a long time. But yeah, that was something. But it also got me thinking about something else. I watched Roseanne in the beginning when it first came out as a kid. And I'd never gone back to watch Roseanne. I don't watch it in syndication or anything. And when I got older, I did. I take that back. I did watch Roseanne one time in syndication, and then I realized I don't like this show. I watched that show because of my mom. If I was an adult when that show came out, I would have never watched it. It's not my kind of show. And so when the Connors came back, I kind of had a nostalgia moment and was, oh, I might watch it. And I watched it, an episode or two, and I realized, oh yeah, I don't like this show. And of course, Roseanne was doing her Donald Trump support in that, which, but yeah, it was just like, okay, the show's back. It did good. It's time to get over it, people. The show was good, and you just didn't like it. And I didn't like it because I realized it's not my kind of show. It's not for me. And there's tons of shows that are just not for you. My whole thing is don't watch it. Guess what? I didn't watch it because it's not for me. There's just, again, like my example, Halo. I didn't watch Halo. I watched one episode. He took that helmet off. I think that was in the first episode. I was like, oh, God. I couldn't watch it anymore. It's like you destroyed one part of the biggest things about Halo is like you destroyed it. Then I saw some clips where he's completely out of the suit, and I'm just like, God, I'm so happy I didn't watch this. It was not for me. But yeah, and to me, I look at that Halo as that took place in another universe. That was not canon to the game at all. But yeah, it was just like, if it's not for you, don't watch it. Even as a kid, I never understood it. I think I've talked about this before. If you don't want to listen to it, if you don't want to hear it, if you don't want to read it, then don't. No one's forcing you to. Once you're in school. But even then you can get around it. Even back then you could get around it if you knew how. But yeah, I just thought it was funny that people were still saying that this show should have been canceled, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it just wasn't for you. Just move on. And we know why it wasn't for you. Let's be honest. But I am so tongue-tied right now because I've been working out. So, I need to be honest with my workout. So, last week, Monday, I didn't work out. I got sick. Wednesday, I go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Wednesday I went, everything was fine, did 12 minutes. Friday rolled around. And Friday I started taking diet pills. I know I frowned against taking diet pills. I fought it. But when I took diet pills and I wasn't working out, I dropped like 15, 20 pounds. So I got to thinking, what if I'm working out? How much can I lose if I'm working out and taking the diet pills? So I'm being careful because last time I was taking 4 at a time. This time I only took 2. And I went to the gym and I got super dehydrated. And I'm not going to say what brand they are, but I know with diet pills you got to drink a lot of water. And apparently I did not drink enough water because my legs cramped up on me. They cramped up something fierce. Like they were trying to spaz out on me. It was like I'm twisting and in the gym trying to adjust my feet and stuff. I ended up finishing my upper body and I was like, I got to call it. And I left. Today I took 2, but this time I drank a lot of water, drank a protein shake. And I think the protein shake actually helped. And I was able to get through my workout. Only downside is, like I said, it's making me sweat a lot. I couldn't do 12 minutes. I was just so out of it. Tomorrow, I'm cutting the grass. So that'll be my workout. Get some cardio in. And go from there. But yeah, I was trying not to, but I need to get this weight off. But I did notice something odd about my stomach. My stomach's doing this thing where, let me see if I can, it goes down and then kicks out and wraps around my bulge. It's like it's weird. I just happened to notice it one day. It's like going down and kicks out at the bottom. It's like, so I'm losing fat everywhere but my midsection. I'll take that back. My midsection's looking weird. Not just from that, but my stomach hangs and it's like, a U. It was like a perfect U. Now it's like a U and a bigger U. Like one side smaller than the other. And I'm not sure why. I just thought it was weird. Like, why did I lose weight on one side of my stomach but not the other? And so it's like, it's not even anymore. For the longest it's been even, It was more like a perfect U. Then as I was losing weight, it had kind of like a upside down McDonald's sign, and now it's crooked. So I am losing some weight, so that's good. But yeah, I'm doing the pill, and like I said, I'm being cautious. I'm taking my time because it's supposed to be start with 1, go to 2, and then 2 or 4 altogether throughout the day. So it's like 2. When I used to do when I got up to the 4, I was doing like, I take 1. I would split it up, like take like 2 in the morning, but not at the same time. Take 1 when I got up, wait a couple hours, take the next one, wait a couple hours, take the next one. I spread it out, and I did the same thing with just the 2. I took 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon, and that dehydrated me. So it's like, it's been a long time. It's been a couple years, probably 5 or more years since I took diet pills. So the formula is probably different. It could be a little stronger, most likely a little stronger. So I'm older, so my body's like, ew. And I'm on tons of pills. Technically, I shouldn't be taking it. But that's why I'm taking 1 at a time, and we'll see what happens. But we'll see if it helps speed up my weight loss. I'm only human. I'd love to get it off faster. I know it's not going to come off much faster, but maybe it'll help. We'll see. If it doesn't seem like it's helping, now keep in mind I just started, so it may or may not seem like it's working, so we'll see. I just got to give it time. But yeah. One of the things along that same line, taking pills, my potassium, I finally got my doctor to understand what's going on with my potassium. She changed my medicine after she saw my potassium results. And it's like, and I let her know I've taken 3 potassium pills, 3 full potassium pills, and it didn't budge. So she finally changed, added something onto it, and it went up. And so I think hopefully she's finally understanding that, hey, there's something wrong and needs to get checked out. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have an appointment with someone, it was a specialist, in June to get it checked out. And hopefully they can find something. If they don't find anything, I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep looking into it and see what else it could be. Because I don't want just unless something happens. Like, that's a dumbass excuse. I hate that excuse. Just say you don't know. And especially in the medical field, they're very afraid to admit they don't know something. God forbid they got to do a little research. But along that same line, not feeling good, I remember when I used to work in the office, for lunch, I would sit in my car, especially during the hot times, and that heat would just open me up. And I used to love sitting in the hot car. And I don't know why, but it re-energized me. Sitting in the sun, sitting in the hot car, it just woke me up. I could breathe, like everything was open, and I loved it. I kind of missed that. There are times when I think, maybe I should go sit in my car. But I got neighbors, and they probably think that was weird. So I have to figure out their schedule so I can go sit in my car during a hot summer and just see what happens. It might pop me open and re-energize me for the rest of the day. But yeah, speaking of going outside, so my office is in the back of our house next to, like, over here is a wall. That wall goes to the outside. And sometimes I can smell the outside. The house isn't insulated very well, unfortunately. And sometimes I can smell the outside. For a while there, I kept smelling this odor, and I was like, it's like body odor. Like someone who hasn't bathed in a long time. I'm thinking, oh God, it's me, So I took a shower, and I still smelled it in my office. Like, what the hell? And one day, I think it was the same day, I went outside and I smelled it. And I was like, oh, there's something out here. I didn't say it out loud, but I look over and I got neighbors, but I think they're homeless and they're squatting in a house. So yeah, I think they're hiding out over there. I'm tempted to call the cops because I don't think they're supposed to be there. But so far they haven't done anything. But I'm keeping an eye on them. I think I need to get security. I just realized I think I left my wife's camera on in the car. The camera in the car doesn't automatically turn off because it's plugged into the cigarette lighter. So after this, I'll run out there and fix that. But yeah, little things like that. But yeah, it was just, sitting in the hot car feels good to me. Opens up my sinuses, and it's just like, I can't believe it. I was looking at my list. I realized I wrote something like 4 times on my list. It's like, why is that on there so many times? Let me see. So, let's see. Okay, yeah, that's right there. I see what I was doing. I wrote it differently, but it's the same thing. It was talking about the hot car. I wrote it on there twice. Then I wrote something in there. Something else I'm going to talk about here in a second twice. So, yeah, I wrote it 4 times. Yeah, because I talked about sitting in a hot car and making it, and it made me feel good, and then talking about my sinuses, how they felt. But yeah, one of the things I was going to talk about is, the other thing I was going to talk about, since I was talking about cars, is because it made me think of the time I went on a Coke run. And you heard right, I went on a Coke run, and not Coca-Cola. What happened was, I was at a club, and there was a group of us, and we were leaving, and they talking about an after party. I was like, yeah, after party, yeah, let's do this. And this one guy's like, I'll drive, just leave your cars here while I'll pile in my car. I was like, okay, cool. 3 of us hop in the back, one's up front, and before we leave, they're sniffing it up. And one of the guys in the back sniffs up, me and another guy's like, no, we're good. So we leave, and we think it's all good, we're going, and it's areas I've been before, no big deal. We're driving around, and there's cops everywhere, and the guy in the driver's seat is kind of freaking out. I'm like, what? I'm thinking, oh, he's got coke, he don't want to get pulled over. But then, turns out, he was trying to make a coke buy. It's like, dude, no. And there were just cops everywhere. Like, and finally, we were like, it's too hot, man. This ain't happening. He took us back to our car, and it's like, oh, we can try again. It's like, nah, I'm good. All 3 of us in the back got out, and the two up front, they went on, and it's like, we are good. And it's like, and the 3 of us just like, what the hell? Even the guy that took a hit, he was just like, I did not know we were doing that. I was like, I didn't either. It's like, I didn't care you guys were doing that. It's just, don't take me on a Coke run. I don't want to be involved in that. No, thank you. It's like, because I'll rat you out. And not just that, it's like, I would turn to the cops like, so I'm going to jail for what they had. Yep, it was in the car. You were in the car. But you want to get me on some other charges? Just take the cuffs off me and leave me in a car alone with him. That's what I would try to make a deal like that. You can get me on some more charges. You put me in a car with him. Yeah. Oh, man. I was involved in some stupid stuff. But, lucky enough, nothing that got me landed in jail. But, yeah. And another thing... Oh, that's what... I got my little list here. Now, something I forgot to talk about when I was talking about the celebrities. I noticed there's a lot of more hate towards celebrities. I noticed it's gotten worse over the years. And I think it has to do with the economy. The more... because it used to be celebrities show off what they got and fans would eat it up. Now it seems like those same people are hating on them now. And I mean, they've turned on them. It's like they just hating for no reason. Like Selena Gomez, they're just attacking Selena Gomez left and right. It's like she can do no wrong, or do nothing right. It's like, and the truth is she hasn't done anything wrong. Out of all the celebrities to go after, why her? And really, for her, I think it's 100% jealousy. These people are jealous that she's living this good life, that she's, living, her disease has not killed her, and she's getting married, she's happy, and it's just hatred. It's just pure hatred. These people are so jealous that she's doing good in life and they're not. And it's one thing to be jealous, but it's another thing to take it to that level. jealousy is as a normal emotion. You can be jealous, but if you're jealous to the point of being angry, then you need to talk to someone. Like, I'm jealous when I see people succeeding and I'm not. It's like, oh man, I wish I could succeed like they are. That's my type of jealousy. I'm not jealous, but they don't deserve it. I don't do that. Now, okay, there are some times where I'll see people succeed. It's like, you definitely don't deserve that, and that's that. I move on. But I'm not to the point where I'm going to go after them, say stuff, and just stalk them. That's just weird. That's just really, really, really weird. Don't do that. But yeah, and going down that same path, I came across like incels, and I'm like, and I was thinking about incels. A lot of incels are people who don't know how to handle rejection, and a lot of times when they talk about incels, they always talk about guys. I said, but there are female incels. I think anyone can be an incel, because it's just people who have gone to extremes in their hatred of someone who's rejected them, in my opinion. And they got this false mentality of why they were rejected. Like, you were rejected because you're creepy and you're scary as hell. And I had to get a restraining order against you. You're stalking me. Just stop. Leave me alone. So, yeah, when I see that stuff, and I'm just like, all you had to do was walk away, take the L, and move on. And I think that's one of the reasons I never became an incel. I was never one of those guys. She rejected me because she's a lesbian. It's like, yeah, she's just not interested. I moved on. Because I've talked about this before. I was never ripped, but I can get girls. I was getting girls. And one of the reasons I figured out how to get girls is because I would see guys who were way out of shape. They weren't rich, and they got like 8 baby mamas. It's like, you're like, almost 4,000 pounds and got 8 baby mamas. How are you doing this? And even now with 600-pound life, it's like, I always say, just look at 600-pound life. These people are getting people. It's you. You're the reason you're single. You're creepy, and you need to fix that. Now, there's the old saying, just be yourself. Well, I like to add on to that. It's like, be yourself, but if you don't like yourself, change. Be the person you wish you were. And believe it or not, it's really not that hard. A lot of people, it's not that hard to, it's not easy to change. Actually, it's easier than you think. You just change. Wake up and don't do the stuff you normally do. Now, that's not to say give up your hobbies. Like, if your hobby, you like playing Dungeons and Dragons and all that stuff, and you actually have a fan or friend group, don't sacrifice your friends just to get a girl or to get a guy. You need to be more realistic. That's basically what it comes down to. You need to be more realistic about your looks. And there are really good looking people who have finally come out the closet with liking those type of games. Meaning, I actually do like this. I actually do like playing Dungeons and Dragons. I do like doing this. I've never liked any of that stuff. It's just me. But, yeah, just be honest. Don't be afraid. Now, the being afraid is harder. But yeah, don't be an incel, really what it comes down to. Don't be creepy. Don't be a man hater. Don't be a woman hater. If you're constantly getting rejected, constantly getting rejected, you need to stop and reevaluate what you are doing to constantly get I can't even talk that. You need to reevaluate why you are constantly getting rejected. I left some words out. That's what was my brain. Like I said, diet pills have dehydrated me. I don't have any water. I should have grabbed some water. But, yeah, when it comes to relationships, people are so quick to just run and blame everyone but themselves. I've said it 1,000 times, probably say 1,000 more. If you're always single, always getting rejected, it's you. It's always going to be you. So you need to ask yourself, what is the common denominator in all these relationships? it's you. What are you doing in all these relationships that someone wants to dump you, that someone feels the need to get a restraining order against you, that someone is creeped out by you when you ask them out? Like the person literally runs for their life, or they're like, you ask them out. Unless you're like, even if you're hideous, I've seen hideous guys get the girl because they're able to give off the air of confidence. You'd be surprised how far having confidence can take you. Because there are times when I would give off confidence, boom, I was in there. And other times I didn't give off confidence and I got rejected. So confidence goes a long ways. But yeah, if you don't like the person you are, you need to ask yourself why you don't like that person. Because maybe you don't like the person because you never get the girl, but you have tons of friends. And your friends like you the way you are. So you need to reevaluate, is getting someone in your life versus having friends? Because I'll be honest with you, sometimes people who have a lot of friends who constantly get rejected don't realize that there may be someone in your friend group who likes you. Especially if you have, like, say like you're a guy and you have female friends in your friend group. You never know, that female may actually like you, but she's not your type, so to speak. But yet you say you just want someone to love you. It's like, hey, that girl's right there if that's all you want. The reality is you don't want a girl to love you. You want a hot girl that you can bang. That's different. Just be honest about what you want. That's another thing. Just be honest about what you want, and you might be surprised what happens. You might be surprised that, hey, I'm actually getting the girl I want because I was more honest and I know what I need to do to get that girl now. And same goes for women too. Like when women women are horrible at getting rejected. I don't care what the decade is, you women cannot handle rejection. You guys always talk about men can't handle rejection. Overall, men can handle rejection way better than women. Not all men, but overall men. I would say 80 to 90% of men can handle rejection better than women. Because we're the ones who have to go up to you, and we're the ones who have to do all the work. So we've gotten used to being rejected. And that's where the incels come in, that for whatever reason, they can't handle the rejection. And they refuse to admit it's them and that they're super creepy. Like, there was this one guy who, when he came on screen, he didn't look like a bad looking dude. And it was just, as soon as he opened his mouth, I went, oh, I'm creeped out by you. If I met that guy and he started talking the way he was talking, I'd be like, hold that thought. I would run to the nearest cop. And I'm not a cop fan. I'd be like, look, hey, I'm not the bad guy. I know I'm black, but that guy is crazy. You need to arrest him. Make something up. Just get him off the street. So yeah, because the number of times I've seen like guys, and then it's like, they don't look half bad. And then they open their mouth and like, oh dear God. That explains so much. It's like, oh yeah, you should stop talking. You're nuts. And the same with women. It's like, you'll see a woman, she looks decent, and you're like, oh yeah, and then she opens her mouth, and you're like, oh dear God, and it's like, you gotta hide, you gotta go on a run. It's like, they're crazy. It's like, whew. But oh my God, my brain's shutting down. I think I'm gonna have to call it here. I was ahead on my podcast, now I'm not. So I'm gonna try to shoot. See, today's only Monday. I'm gonna try to make some more to get ahead again. I need to do the Reddit stuff. I haven't done a Reddit video, so I need to do a Reddit video this week. I'm gonna try to knock a couple of those out and go from there. But otherwise, once again, thanks for tuning in. I noticed I got a few more subscribers. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I have thought about upgrading my mic and camera again. Not making money off this, so that's why I don't do it. And money is tight. I'm suffering like everyone else. But thanks for tuning in, and everyone take care. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Later.